When you close your eyes and think about people who lived a very long time ago, what do you see? You probably picture a wild, hairy person holding a giant wooden club. You might think they just grunted at each other because they did not know how to speak. You might imagine them sleeping on dirty, cold rocks and eating raw meat. Movies and cartoons often show them as very silly people who did not know much about the world, but this picture is completely wrong. The truth is much more wonderful. The people who lived thousands of years ago were very smart. They were clever makers. They understood nature perfectly. Let us take a trip back in time. We are going back 75,000 years. We are standing in the wide open lands of Africa. The sun is setting. The sky turns deep orange and soft purple. The air is hot and dry. But a cool wind begins to blow as the night comes. You are a person living in this ancient time. You move from place to place. Today, you are walking toward a tall rock mountain. You find a large, dark cave. This cave will be your home for the next few weeks. But when you step inside, you do not just drop down on the hard dirt to sleep. You have a lot of work to do to make this empty cave a cozy home. The floor of the cave is hard, bumpy, and cold. If you slept on it, your back would ache the next day. So, you build a special bed. First, you gather dry grass, old leaves, and small branches from outside. You spread them all over the cave floor. Then, you use a small spark to set the pile on fire. The bright yellow and orange flames dance in the dark cave. The fire crackles and pops loudly. This fire does two important things. First, it cleans the dirt and burns away old spider webs. Second, when the fire dies out, it leaves behind a thick gray pile of soft ash. This pile of ash is your new mattress. It is soft and warm. It feels just like lying on the fine, dry sand at the beach. But you are not done yet. You walk back outside under the bright white moon. You look for very special green leaves. These leaves have a strong, sweet smell, like fresh mint or bright lemon. You bring arms full of these sweet-smelling leaves back into the cave. You spread them flat right on top of the soft gray ash. Now you have a clean, green blanket to lie on. This bed is not just for comfort. It is a brilliant piece of ancient science. In these times, tiny biting bugs are a huge problem. There are no bug sprays to buy at a store, but the ash mattress is a perfect trap. Ticks are small, mean bugs that want to bite your legs in the dark. When the ticks try to crawl through the fine gray ash to reach you, they get stuck. The dry ash fills their tiny mouths. They get completely gummed up and die before they can ever reach your skin. And what about the flying bugs? Mosquitoes hate the strong smell of the fresh green leaves you picked. The sweet smell forms an invisible wall in the air. The mosquitoes fly away. You can close your eyes, lie back on your soft bed, and sleep peacefully all night long. When the morning sun peeks into the cave, you wake up. The light is bright and golden. You stretch your arms. The first thing you feel is a dry throat. You are very thirsty. Today, you have a long day of walking and looking for food. You need a way to carry water with you. You cannot use a plastic bottle or a glass jar. Instead, you reach for something amazing. You pick up a giant ostrich egg. An ostrich egg is huge. It is as big as a melon. The shell is thick, heavy, and the color of cream. To make this egg into a water bottle, you use a sharp piece of rock. Carefully, you saw a tiny, neat hole into the very top of the egg shell. You turn the egg upside down. A giant, thick, yellow yolk pours out. If you cook it over the fire, the yellow part tastes rich and sweet, almost like sticky caramel. Once the egg is empty, you crush more sweet-smelling green herbs. You push them inside the shells with a little water and shake it hard. This washes the inside perfectly clean. Now, you have a beautiful heavy water bottle. It holds 6 whole cups of pure, fresh water. But the best part is the hidden magic of the eggshell. If you look very closely at the shell, and there are tiny invisible holes. You cannot see them with your eyes, but these tiny holes let a tiny bit of water sweat out to the outside of the shell. When the hot African wind blows against the wet shell, it makes the whole egg cold. The egg acts just like a natural refrigerator. Even in the middle of a burning hot day, you can lift the giant egg to your lips and drink sweet, perfectly cold water. After a cool drink, you sit in the shade of a large tree. You must make tools for hunting. You place a large piece of hard rock called flint on your lap. This rock is gray and dusty. In your right hand, you hold a different kind of rock. This rock is called a hammerstone. It is smooth, heavy, and shaped just like a round potato. You do not lift the hammerstone and smash the flint as hard as you can. If you did that, and the rock would shatter into useless dust. Instead, tool-making is a slow, careful art. You lift the round hammerstone and drop it with a short, gentle tap on the very edge of the flint. A thin, perfectly sharp slice of rock falls into your hand. The edge is smooth and clean. You tap the stone again and again until you have a perfect triangle-shaped point. Now, you must turn this sharp point into a spear. You find a long, straight wooden stick. You set the sharp stone at the top. To hold it there, you use thin, strong animal strings. You wrap the string around the wood and the stone, pulling it very tight. Next, you melt sticky sap gathered from a tree over a small fire. The sap turns into warm, golden glue. You drip the warm glue all over the strings. When the glue cools and hardens, the sharp stone is locked tightly to the wood. You now have a strong spear. Sometimes you might find an even more special stone. It is a black, shiny rock from a volcano called obsidian. It looks like dark, beautiful glass. If you tap it just right, it breaks into blades that are sharper than the metal knives doctors use in hospitals today. But this beautiful black stone is very dangerous. It is so sharp that if it accidentally slides across your arm, it cuts deep into your skin before you even feel it. It does not hurt like a normal cut, but suddenly, bright red blood flows everywhere. Long ago, there were no doctors or medicines to stop a bad sickness from a cut. A deep cut from the black glass could make you lose your life. So, you must handle it slowly and watch every move your hands make. Being careful keeps you alive. As the sun begins to set again, painting the sky with orange and purple, you return to your cave. You have cold water in your giant egg. You have a new, strong spear for tomorrow. You have a warm, bug-free bed of soft ash waiting for you. When you think of people from the past now, do not picture wild, silly people. Picture clever makers. Picture smart scientists who knew the secrets of the stones, the plants, and the fire. The people of the ancient world used their brilliant minds to turn the wild earth into a safe, beautiful home.